Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are finally set up at our first show with the renovated trailer, so we're going to get this thing set up and get ready to make some sawdust.
So guys, there's a lot that goes into carving on site and selling on site. Today we're going to go over 5 tips to help you make some money when you're doing shows. Now today's show is only going to be like 6 hours. The weather's kind of funky. They're calling for a little bit of rain, so we'll see what the crowd's like. But either way, there's certain things you can do that'll help you get sales.
So the first thing, guys, is the displays. So we always talk about trying to target your audience. Now we're at a car show. That's what this is. It's a pizza parlor, but they're having a big car show event. So we've got displays that have a lot to do with cars, but also has to do with like patriotism, but then some general random stuff too, because we're in a rural area. So we got some Western letters, some other things. Our main audience is going to be geared around hot rods and car show. Let's say, for instance, you had a different situation. Let's say you're at a horse show, which Dad and I used to do long time ago. We used to do a lot of horse shows. And you're in a rural area, you want to have stall signs, ranch signs, Western letters, things that will attract people that are most likely going to be in your audience. Let's say you're in an area, kind of a tourist area that has a lot of boating. Maybe you want to have some transom signs or some dock signs for their slips, for their boats. So, you know, tailor what you've got, the majority of what you have around who is going to be seeing your signs on any particular show, any particular day. So let's go over our workflow. Now, when you're on site and things are crazy, which hopefully they will be, hopefully later today when the people get here, it's gonna be crazy. We need to be able to maneuver around and think about the process of how we're making our sign. So what we've done is we've set up our layout area over here. So that would be the first part of making the sign, is the layout. So once the layout's done, then we move on to the carving area. This is where we'll do all of our carving and our routing. So once all the carving is done, now we're going to spray it black. And then once that dries, we're going to move on to the sanding area. So we have things set up to where the process flows from one to the next, and you're not always crossing over each other. So you want to really take that into consideration wherever you're going to be at, however your setup is. Take into consideration the workflow, the fact that hopefully you can have things lined up to where you can go from one operation to the next without going back and forth and doing a lot of crossover stuff. That's super important.
All right guys, so another thing that you got to keep in mind when you're selling on site is most people don't pay with cash anymore. Sometimes you'll get it, but almost everybody has a card that they want to pay with. So you want to find a system where you can accept cards. There's a bunch of different ones out there, but Dad found Zettle, and it's through PayPal, which is pretty cool. You basically put in your whole list of stuff that you want to sell, put in the prices, and it makes it super easy. And it's free, it just comes with PayPal. Keep that in mind. Whether you're using Square or Zettle or Zelle or whatever, you want a way to get paid electronically instead of just cash. Because again, most people aren't using cash anymore. So make sure to find something that works for you to accept payment.
The next thing to think about is be flexible. We had a lot of people today that asked questions about stuff that we couldn't do on site, but since these people are all local and we actually happen to be local, we gave out a lot of cards and a lot of people said they were going to email us with stuff. So we don't turn down jobs. We just say, hey, that's something we can't do here. We need to do that back at the shop because it has special artwork, has special fonts, whatever. So be flexible and realize that not everybody has to have it right here. Maybe it's going to be something you do at the shop where you'll have more time to work on it. You'll have more availability to artwork and the things that you need to have to do different fonts and all of that. And then you can always ship, or if you're local, you can meet up with them and then deliver the thing. Be flexible and be open and just kind of see where that goes.
All right, so last but definitely not least, you guys have heard us say run the router, always. Always run the router, the sound brings people to you. But even more than that, stay busy. Whether it's running the router, running the sander, doing layout, just looking busy, right? How many times you've been at work and when the boss comes in, you want to look busy. When people see that you're doing something, not just sitting down at your bench, scrolling through your phone or just kind of looking bored, it creates kind of some excitement. It gets people to want to come and see what you're doing. So no matter what you're doing, when you're selling on site, stay busy. That's key. All right, one other thing, guys. We were getting ready to pack up a little early. There weren't a ton of people showing up. It was kind of a dead show. Rain's coming. But at the last minute, we got about $100 worth of orders. So altogether today, we did 195. Not bad for 6 hours and not a whole...
Rain, and it's been terrible weather for being kind of nasty weather and stuff. Actually did pretty well because there wasn't that many people here.
No, I think 195 bucks for 6 hours with a dead show, not bad.
Not bad. So anyway, guys, hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed it. We got more coming up, so stay tuned.
All right, guys, see you later.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.